What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on my 2006 Ford F-150. I use this to plow my driveway, so we're going to be installing some reverse LED pods on this so I can see when I'm backing up at night. I ordered this kit right here off Amazon. We're going to open it up, check it out, and then we're going to get it installed. So follow along. This should work for any 11 gen, which would be a 2004 to 2008 F-150, and it'll probably apply to most F-150s or any trucks. But let's get going. All in the unboxing, there's two LED pods, and then this is a hitch bracket, so it should mount around the hitch. If it doesn't work, these two pods were the same price, pretty much a set of dual pods anyway, so for the extra couple bucks I figured to get this. If it works and fits around the hitch without the ball in it and whatnot, or I'm sorry, with the ball in it, good, because I use this to tow. If not, we have two LED pods we will just mount to the bumper. Ideally, this would be the best solution, because then we could just run one set of wires down instead of one set from each taillight to the bumper. So we would just do one taillight to this to make things a little bit simpler. So let's see how this fits up and if we can get it to get on there. Alright, so in this scenario, you can see this won't work because the way the bumper is. And then the other thing is, if you didn't tow, then your safety chains it may work, or you could slice the bumper because of the way it curls. But because I do tow with this truck, it's not going to work, so we are going to just have to do one light on one side and then one light on the other side. Okay, so since our hitch adapter won't work for this truck, what we're going to do is, we have our two pods. I hooked up the bracket, we have a bolt in here. So now I'm going to measure off from the ends of the bumper so they're symmetrical, and then going to drill some holes in the bumper. Then we'll get these mounted, and then we'll do the wiring. Actually, we'll get the holes in, wire these up, get a strand of wire, and then we will go and mount them. Now, the rule of thumb is to use same gauge wire or thicker for the most part. This is only a 12 volt system. LEDs don't really use that much power, so this shouldn't be crazy. But yeah, let's get this bumper drilled up and let's get these mounted. Okay, folks, we have our holes drilled. I'll show you those in a couple seconds. For now, we're going to make some wiring harnesses, pull out our rear tail lights, and get these all wired up. So we're hoping this is in frame here. We have black and red. Just happen to have the right colors. If not, I would use different colors. This is 16 gauge, so this should do us just fine. And then I picked these up. These are great. I prefer to use them on everything. They are double heat shrinks with solder in the middle, so we're going to use these to solder our connections together, and then a lighter to do so. You should really use a heat gun. You just got to make sure with the lighter you don't actually melt the heat shrink portion. A pair of strippers, and then I don't have any outdoor loom or exterior loom at the moment, so I'm just going to do electrical tape. Black will go to ground, so we can ground to the frame, ground to the chassis, ground to a nut or bolt anywhere. And then our red will go to our reverse lights power, so when you put your truck in reverse, or vehicle or whatever you're doing, reverse, it'll send a power signal to your reverse light, which this will just tap off of it, and it'll get us power for these. So let's pull out our tail light. Okay, so as you can see, we have our tail light removed. Now with this, our reverse light here, I did not want to break this connector or the tail light at all, since they're probably brittle, so that's why I just undid the bulb socket from the light. Nope, okay. Anyways, I had tapped into this previously for a reverse camera, which never ended up working. So, that being said, on a 2004 2008 F-150, the light, or the wire, which I can't really tell the color right now, the wire with a tracer in it is your positive. If you don't have, what you could do is have someone sit in the truck with their foot on the brakes, put it in reverse. If you don't have anyone, you could put your emergency brakes on and put the truck in reverse. I ripped out the emergency brakes or parking brake on this truck, but luckily I already know it's this wire, so we're going to wire into that, and then we'll probably just ground. We might just put a self-tapper in somewhere in here and ground to there. So let's get this off. Okay, so like I said, I don't have any exterior loom right now, so I just did wiring electrical tape. I'm not using it to do connections with, I'm more just using it as a sheath and to keep all this wire from rubbing on something or tangling while I'm feeding it through, whatever. So we have a red and our black leads, excuse the airplane overhead, and then we're going to run this up to our tail light. We can now bolt this up on the bottom, and then we just run our wires. Alright guys, here we are. We got our wiring harness up here. We're going to do our ground first. So I got these eyelets over here. If they're too big, you can always double the wire up, which I like to do. Bend it back a little bit. Then you get yourself a good set of crimpers. Use crimpers for this stuff. Stay away from just pliers. If that's crimped, I would just like to throw a little electrical tape on it, just to be safe. Not from electrical, but just to keep the two pieces together. Okay, and then I'm probably going to self-tap this up here where it's out of the way. Before we self-tap it, I got some sandpaper, so we're going to sand off the paint so we get a good ground. Alright, that's all set. Now I'm just going to take, I got a couple self-tappers. We're just going to take these. Alright, you can see we got our ground situated up here. I always like to run the self-tappers in once, then pull them out, and then hold this, or else it'll spool your wire up. Now we're going to do the positive. Okay, so for the positive side, some people don't like to use these with something, a simple job like this. I don't mind. Makes it simple, and if I have to replace it or redo it, it's very easy to get access to. But honestly, I've never had a problem with one of these. So we got our wire strip to put in this side, come over to the wire we need to tap into. Get that lined up. Sometimes a little flathead to help it along. Just like that. Then get yourself a good pair of pliers. Give it a squeeze. Just like that. This side is all set, wired up. We can put a taillight back in. Alright guys, I don't know if you can see this or if it's in frame, but we have both LED pods mounted to the bumper, wired up. I zip tied the wires out of the way so they don't fall or catch on anything. And now I'm just going to wait for at night, one night, and adjust them accordingly, or however I need them adjusted. But let me show you. Okay, on, wired up, bolted up, and you can see we also have this one on, wired up, bolted up. Right now, like I said, for testing purposes, I have a block in front of the wheel to hold the truck from rolling, and then the keys just on the trans in reverse. Truck's not running, so this is another way, because I did have to pin again, because I assembled that light and I did have to use a test light on this one to see which one to tap into. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. That's how you install reverse LED pods on a 2004 to 2008 F-150. Although this will apply to every truck, you just tap in, you find your reverse light power. You could also put these on a switch, run to the battery, or do a switch to ground and use your reverse lights. Plenty of ways to do it. This is the easiest way. Second, you put your truck or vehicle in reverse, they will turn on. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this helps. I have plenty of Fox body content. Hopefully I have some truck content shortly as I keep working on this to get it ready. But like, comment, subscribe if you can. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching.